Today we're going to talk about the number one myth in trading psychology, so stick around. So the number one reason most retail traders fail is because all of us have something called a human brain. And this is because our brains have evolved to be really good at survival. But those same traits are actually terrible at executing trading strategies. Our brains have evolved to want to take profits way too soon and to conflate taking losses with a sense of failure, which is a recipe for disaster when it comes to trading. In fact, taking profits too early is the number one reason why most retail traders fail. So in order to trade successfully, we actually have to do the opposite of what our brains have evolved to do, which is to actually let the rabbit get away sometimes and actually allow ourselves to get hurt sometimes. You might be thinking at this point that you've heard all of this before, read books about trading psychology, watched other videos on YouTube on the topic, but your emotions still drive you to make those same mistakes. Well, here's something that you probably haven't read or heard before. The most likely reason you're still not making progress despite having great knowledge on the subject is because of a simple assumption you're still making. And that assumption goes a little something like this. I have the necessary knowledge to improve my trading psychology, and that knowledge will eventually get me where I need to be. As long as I keep practicing and learning more about trading psychology and taking incremental steps to reach my goals, I can keep doing what I'm doing, make some tweaks along the way, and eventually things will fall into place. Does this sound at all familiar? This is the internal dialogue of the 99% of traders who continue to fail. And chances are it may be similar to yours. What I want you to do is write that passive internal dialogue down and put a giant X through it. And then below that, I want you to write the following. I may know a lot on this topic, but in order to make any progress, I must accept that improvement will take significant pain and sacrifice in the form of blood, sweat, and tears. Instead of making incremental steps, I must take a giant leap and embrace the tremendous psychological pain that comes with good trading practices, such as not quickly closing a trade when it's in profit, and letting some opportunities pass if they're not A-plus setups. And if I'm not willing to embrace the psychological pain that comes with inevitable missed opportunities and embrace the gut-wrenching feeling of watching a trade that's in profit going back and hitting the stop loss, then I should probably not be trading and I should probably find a different endeavor instead. Eventually, with practice, this psychological pain will decrease and good trading practices will become habitual. But this will take significant time and sacrifice to accomplish. So write that down and keep it somewhere accessible, such as next to your computer monitor. Effective trading is so contrary to natural human psychology that it's not just uncomfortable to trade correctly, it can be outright painful, and it's virtually impossible to achieve consistency without acknowledging this. When we force ourselves to take partial profits and let our positions run, our primitive brain is screaming at us that we're letting the rabbit get away. But once again, this will eventually become easier. So in part 2 of this video, which will be coming out soon, I will reveal something profound that will take the concepts in this video even further. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified of that video when it comes out. And if you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate it if you leave us a like down below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.